Scraps. I've got a big bag that I chuck all my little scraps into, but these things, I don't think they're going to be of use to me. We've heard this one. How's it going? How's your week been? Is your Friday looking good? Where's my spatula gone? Oh, it's there. So guys, if you're coming in for the first time today, let me formally welcome you. Thanks very much for joining us. Fridays is my usual big build day, so normally a commission slot. This Athena chest is a commission. And it's usually the day where we get to spend the most amount of time doing makers and crafting. I work full time, so I don't have a lot of time at the moment for doing extra buildy stuff, but I will endeavour to come in with evening crafting streams. But every Friday, you'll find me here, doing this kind of stuff. So it could be varied, it could be actually building, it could be cleaning, it could be sanding, it could be painting. So over the course of the next couple of weeks, we should be bringing this one to a close. We've got a bit more work to do, but we are getting there. Oh, I don't need to finish with the glue yet, I need to do some more. But yeah, this is where you normally find me, so if you haven't already, if you feel so inclined, do hit that follow button. We are creeping our way up to 800 followers, which is amazing. Thank you very much everyone who's come in recently and dropped the follow. I do really appreciate it. And if you're wondering, why the heck did I follow this guy? Why is this a thing? You may have seen me on Sea of Thieves television. I've been there hosting for the last couple of weeks for the Plunder Games, and also the Sea of Thieves gallery in the Makers slot. I had one 2 weeks ago on Tuesday. Bear with me a second. Nut, I did see that question pop up, or chat pop up, so I'll just get that done. What do you do for a job? You don't have to say, just curious. I make prosthetics. So, I probably have a leg. I do have a leg somewhere. Let me get this stuck, and I will let you all know kind of what I do for a job. I'm lucky enough to have a creative job. Zoggy, thank you. Bear with me. Okay. Don't worry. Don't worry. Skip. Can I? We'll let people anticipate and think about what the heck is going to happen. But bear with me while this just dries, because I want to get this attached and then I will sort it out. That is cool. Didn't expect that as an answer. Yeah, I will show you in just a second. Zoggy has already done the redeem, and it's a good redeem. I like to wonder what people think when that pops up, and they're like, "Is this about to get weird?" But yeah, I'm totally going to drag this out. Aperture science. Do what we must because we can, for the good of all of us, except the ones who are dead. So there's no use crying over every mistake. You just keep on trying till you run out of cake. I think we're almost there. It's just a little bit tacky on this side. It's just got a coldness to it, whereas this one doesn't. And I just don't want to do it too early, because if it doesn't stick, it's not going to be good. So I will go grab stuff while I'm waiting. If I can find it. Things have moved. Oh, there it is. That wasn't difficult. And threw every piece into a fire, because I was so happy for you. Okay, that feels better. Let's get this attached, and then I will honour that redeem. I mean, I was going to show everybody anyway, but I know Zoggy's got points to burn, so I'll let him do it. Okay, that's good. That is attached. Good seams. And by the time that is dry, we'll be ready to do a little bit of carving. But, without further ado, I guess, let's just move this out of the way. How many points have you got? Zoggy's probably got a lot. Yeah, he's been here a long time. At least 14 months. Okay. Oh, hello there. Ellie, how you doing? Thank you very much for the follow. Appreciate it. 50k, gee whiz. Ellie, thank you very much for the follow. How you doing? Sorry, this is about to get a little bit weird. Someone has redeemed show feet. It's not my actual leg. This is what I do for a job. So, show feet is a redeem where I get to talk a little bit about what I do as a job. I make prosthetics. This is a prosthetic leg. It is a carbon fibre, aluminium prosthetic, and foam. And then I make the silicone skin. So, every single thing here is handcrafted. Silicone is hand rolled, and then toes are sculpted by hand. And, I mean, colouring is quite nice on this one. It's nice and tanned. You've got like nice pinks in there and lovely toenails. This is officially the coolest stream I've found all week. I appreciate that very, very much. I hope I'm not weirding anyone out by having a foot floating around on screen right now. I've instantly shared you with my fiance. We love CFUs, we love DIY, and he would dig this music so much. Awesome, well, you guys sound amazing. I also worked on Star Wars, if that's any good to you. If you're Star Wars fans, yeah, I've lived it. So welcome. But yeah, this is what I do. So this is the day job. This is only a test piece, so this is the second leg I ever made. And that's why I've got it at home. Normally, wouldn't be able to take them home because they go off to their patients and yeah, people have them. But yeah, so we aim for realism with everything that we make. And you can see, like, there's a little mole there, that's hand inlaid. There are veins that run down here. I don't know if you can see. There's a, where is it? There. So the vein running through, you can see the blue. Every single hair follicle, although they're not very prominent on here, they are there, there's another vein. Every single hair follicle is painted on by hand. And then you come around to the bottom of the foot here. You can see all the detailed lines in the foot and stuff. The colouring is a bit wonky in places and the sculpt's not fabulous, but you get the idea. This is, if you walk past someone in the street and they had a foot like this, kind of in a flip-flop, you maybe wouldn't notice it was a prosthetic. But yeah, this is what I do for a day job. And the reason, so this is like you would see someone walking with like a carbon blade. So it's to give it the spring. So this one, Imagineer, hello there, how you doing? Sorry, I'm just showing off what I do for a day job at the moment. I make prosthetic limbs, so this is one of them. So the reason we use the standard kind of prosthetic is that you've got a carbon blade in here. So as the patient walks on their foot, you can get a proper bend, but it also springs. So it helps with the rollout of their foot when they walk. So it's a more natural, hopefully a more natural kind of feeling. But yeah, that is show feet, ladies and gentlemen. That is what I do as the day job. And today what you're here for is the hobby. So I guess we got a nice little crowd in, so I'm going to give you a little rundown of what I do. I make props. I make CFU stuff, I make cosplay. In the past, I've worked with Nintendo UK on a number of promotional ventures for the Nintendo Switch, including Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. I've also worked on Star Wars in the creature effects department. So if you saw The Rise of Skywalker and you saw the big snake that lives in the cave, that is my baby. You've seen my work on the big screen. You have to follow his methods. Please do. Imagine have you come in on the back of Ellie? Sorry if that sounds lewd. Thank you very much for the follow. Sundrop, thank you very much. But yeah, like I'm here and I make stuff weekly as long as I can manage, and I'm hoping to kind of up my schedule a little bit to keep things moving along. But you can, there you go, there's more stuff going on here. If you want to see more in detail, you can go to my Instagram. You're from Paris. Cool. Welcome. Hello from the UK to Paris. I hope Paris is treating you well. But yeah, so at the moment, we are working on this. So let's go. Oh goodness, there's so much stuff here. I just need to finish the project. That would be great. Let's just chuck this over here. Fiance is at work, so sure you can come in. Cancer. It sounds okay. That's cool. I just wondered because we had 2 new follows in a short space of time. I thought that might have been him. But this is an Athena chest from Sea of Thieves. This is a commission. This is obviously still in the works. We've got a lot of work left to do. But this is what we've been working on. Did your Stronghold keg find a good home yet? Oh, yes, it did. The Stronghold keg went to Mr. Rob Raven, if you're familiar. He's a huge Sea of Thieves streamer right now. He's blowing up. He is currently streaming as Jack Sparrow, I believe. And when he's not streaming as Jack Sparrow, you'll find it hanging in the background of his streams. But yeah, this is the current project. Obviously, we still have a lot to do. We've got the detailing on the front to do and lots of little extras. As soon as we get this next piece attached, we're going to be working on some of the finer details. Sandra, you thought the keg looked like my work. It is indeed. Not many people do stuff on the scale that I do. Quite often with Sea of Thieves stuff, you'll find lots of miniatures and lots of 3D prints. I'm one of a few that make full-size stuff. But yeah, so that's me in a nutshell. But this is what we're working on right now. Let's just get rid of that. Eventually, when it's all finished, it will glow. It will light up. It's not going to just yet, but we have this special foam on the inside which we need to cut to shape and fit properly. But this stuff diffuses light really, really nicely. So it's going to glow through green. It's going to look amazing. But we've got a lot of sanding, a lot of shaping. But the next job is just attaching this little bit here. And then we're going to add some stuff like rivets and a few gems and stuff. I know we've got a gem to make for the top. But yeah, we're going to keep pushing this along. And then over the course of the weekend, I'm going to get the belt sander out. We're going to get all of these areas smoothed down, because we've just done kind of a rough cut on most of them so far. But we'll get the belt sander and we'll work them all down, make it nice and smooth. And then the lid is very nearly done, minus the emblem, like the skull emblem. But we are getting there. Nice to actually make a big chunk of progress on this project. It's been slow for the past month or so. So it's nice to actually spend a bit of time and get things right. But yeah, guys, thank you very much for coming in. I appreciate the follows. Like, you guys are lovely. Thank you and welcome to the community. I'm glad you can be here with me today and spend a bit of your time. I've said it before today already, but like, your time is the most valuable thing, and I'm very grateful that you're willing to spend it with me. Even if it's just for a little bit. Even if you're just lurking in the background and having a listen. Thank you very much. Just did a replica picture frame, turned out huge. I'm making small ones for Mike Chapman and Greg Mouse as a thank you for what they put together for my son. Oh, look, Remind me, is that like... Was that the... Was that like the real life treasure hunt thing? I'm going to have to look you up on Twitter, because... I mean, I'd like to see what you're making, first of all, and if you're not in the Discord already, if you want to join the Discord, please do. Ah, cool, that was wicked. I'm going to be doing a geocache at some point soon. Yeah, I really want to get some like real life treasury bits out there. But if you want to join the Discord, guys, please feel free. It is fairly quiet. It's not like a huge confusing Discord where you're going to have all these different options. But basically, if you've made something that you're proud of or taken a cool photo, like there's a nice little thread for that. It's like what you're proud of today, so just stick it on in there. Lovely group of people in there, so main rule is don't be a dick. Just be nice. Be good people. It was so amazing. We talk about it every day still. Amazing. That sounds so good. So good. Such a nice, like, Sea of Thieves community is one of the best communities I've ever been a part of. Hands down. So what do you do with all these props? So everything that you see, apart from that chest there, sorry, the keg, everything that is in this show reel was sold at the end of last year, and all proceeds went to special effect. We raised £1,600. We did a charity event at the end of the year, we did an auction, and we sold every single thing. So yeah, everything that is going on here, I saved up everything. We like started in late February, and we went all the way through to December, and then we sold everything in December. And every single thing here is handmade from scratch. Like there's no 3D printing, there's no pre-existing templates. I worked all this stuff out. So you are the guy that we see in the end credits of sci-fi movies. Unfortunately, no, I didn't get a credit. When I worked on Star Wars, I didn't get a credit. Because of the amount of time that I was there, I didn't have enough actually like time working to get one, which is a shame. I would have loved to have my name at the end of a Star Wars film, but unfortunately that wasn't the case. I felt slightly robbed, but hey ho, can't complain. The work is still there to be seen, so that's enough. But yeah, so everything that's going on here, and this is the last project I finished in December. So that's the anniversary update project. So everything that's going on with these Sea of Thieves projects, they're based on the updates that have come to the game. This is literally a Sea of Thieves celebration. And I started it at the beginning, or just before the beginning of year 2. And I was like, what can I do that's kind of special to me? That kind of will maybe bring some joy to the community and also serve a good cause. So I decided to make these props, and it started off with just the quest daggers, like the Athena quest and the dagger stuck into it. It was just that. And then I thought, right, how can I develop this? How can I go further? And I thought, right, I'm going to do every single update. I'm going to make something that represents it. So that's gunpowder skeletons. You've got the gunpowder barrel and the skull. This is cursed sails and cursed crews, cursed cannonballs, and again the skeleton skull, and some coins. Sunken curse, mermaid gems. You get it. You mean when the next thing pops up, you'll guess what it is. Hopefully, he was a stunt double for one scene. Yep. I wish I was. Just noticed you have Stream Deck now. Yes, mate. We had the donation goal a little while ago, and I've just kept it there and waiting because we had the wedding coming up. I just needed to be sure that I could, like, that I wasn't going to be short anywhere. And yeah, we finished paying everything off that we needed to pay, and I was like, right, I can do it now. And I jumped on it and I got it. But yeah, I just needed that little extra buffer just in case, so I kind of kept the money to hand. But it ended up going towards the right purpose anyway. I would have definitely gotten around to one anyway, but yeah, I just had to wait. it was just a bit uncertain at the time. But yeah, so literally everything that we made, and are still everything that we're making still, besides this chest, is part of the Sea of Thieves celebration. So yeah, every update that's come to Sea of Thieves, I'm making something that kind of resembles that or honours that. So the one at the moment, let's see if you can, if you're new to the stream, and yeah, so any veterans of the stream, you're like, don't give away anything, but let's see if anyone new to the stream who knows Sea of Thieves knows where these items are from. Can't stand that one up. We're missing one. Which one are we missing? The Evil Eye. Where is he? Ow. There we go. We painted it. Hooray! We're getting there. We're getting there. So, if you don't know what these are, guys, these are the Dark Relics. So this is the Dark Relic update celebration. So, we have the Bewitching Doll. This is the first one that we've started painting. We still need to do a lot more, but we started painting this yesterday. We have the Evil Eye. This one still needs a bit of sanding. And then priming. We haven't primed this yet. This one is primed and ready for painting. This is the Hexing Skull. How was the eye made? It doesn't look like the usual material. This is an acrylic sphere. So this is like a... If you think about your Christmas tree, this is a bauble from your Christmas tree, and I've painted the inside of the eyes, so we've got a high gloss on the outside and it's painted on the interior. But yeah, well spotted. That is not foam. Not a blue tear. Hello there. Hello, you do an amazing job. Thank you very much. I appreciate that super much. This is the probably one of my favourites. This is the Mutinous Effigy. It's a little galleon. It's cute. And then we have the Enchanting Vessel, I think it's called. But the clever thing about this one, it glows. As with anything that I build, if it's meant to glow, it will glow. But yeah, so those are the Dark Relics. They are all built, they are all detailed. Now it's a case of working through and painting them all. So that's my current Sea of Thieves celebration project. So on top of everything else, the drum, the gunpowder barrels, the box of wondrous secrets, all of those things, they are all part of the Sea of Thieves celebration. The Dark Relics are next. And then after that, there's more. There's a lot more to come. So if you want to see those things developing, then drop that follow if you want to. If you want to see the final images, then check out my socials, Twitter, Instagram. Just look for the same name that you would find here on Twitch. If you can't find them, just go through my profile. There should, I think, be links to everything, or at least a name that you can follow. But thank you guys. I'm glad you like it. Let's grab the Athena chest back. Two hours I've been here, staying here, day off time. Nice, man. Thank you very much. Right, let's do a little bit of a carve on this. Not too much, but just a little. I'm just going to drop a little bit of Man, amazing. Thank you. Carnage, thank you very much for the host. Appreciate you, man. Means a lot. Guys, thank you very much for joining me today. It does mean a lot to me. It really does. We are edging ever so close to 800 follows. Ever so close. 19 more to go. That's good. Right. I think that's a good idea, actually. Just sealing up some of these seams with a bit of super glue. It's just going to make my life a little bit easier later down the line. But let's grab our knife. How are we doing for time? 4:30. I think I've got at least another hour in me. At least another hour. Right, so what we're going to do is come in with our blade. I do need to get a new one of these for sure. Maybe I'll have a look this weekend and see if I can find some. Let's come down here. We need to sharpen it again, I think. Let's give it a little sharpen now. There's no use trying to cut with a blunt blade. Sorry about the bang there. Oops. So just give us quick once over. Sorry about the wobbly camera. Hope we don't get seasick. But how's everybody's weekend looking? What are you planning? Is your Friday wrapping up like mine? Have you got much on this weekend? Are you going anywhere nice? Are you seeing anyone? Let me know what your plans are. I don't think I have any plans yet, so... give me some ideas. Alrighty. Hopefully that'll be sharp enough for a little bit. I definitely just need to buy some more of these blades. You can't figure out Discord? I know, Discord confuses me. I'm a massive boomer. Nothing for Friday. But Sunday, I'm going to a baseball game. Cool. Still got work tomorrow. Wow. Have you got Sunday off? Work. It's 8 a.m. here. Might hit the seas soon. I think I'm going to hit the seas tonight, for sure. You're going to a VR thing where you can walk around a huge room with a bunch of friends this weekend. That sounds wicked. I mean... I'm just waiting for the next CFU stream. I don't know what's going on this weekend. I need to take a look. Because I don't think it involves me. I think I'm done. Like, my thing was the plunder games and then the gallery. But I think I'm done hosting for now. Did you say he's going to be on the sea? Yeah, I might be. It'll be this evening though, like 9 PM onwards. But I won't be streaming. I'll just be sailing. Sunday is a stream night there. Sorry about the squeaky phone. So we're just whittling down. We only do this roughly. We're not being super accurate right now because we're going to sand this down with the belt sander. We did that over the course of the weekend. Thanks, give us the good one. You can test the 4 vaccines if you want this weekend. I need to get my second one. I'm still waiting. For me, I'm going to deep clean and rebuild my computer this weekend. It's been a year. It needs a prop clean. That's a good idea. I probably need to do that soon, but I'm totally not in the mood for that right now. Bought myself a new computer case. It's forced me to do it. Oh, okay. Hey there, how are you? That prop is so nice. Thank you very much, Amazon. How are you doing? I'm very well myself. I'm well rested, so I'm not tired for once, which is amazing. But yeah, this game now, we've just finished all the bulking, so we've done both sides, and then we've come down the front as well. So the next stage, a little bit of detailing, and we're going to get the belt sander out over the weekend, and we're going to smooth all this down. So yeah, we still got a lot to do. I'm just gonna stand up, see if I can get a better angle for carving this. Oops. I know this is really rough right now, but it's okay. This will be fixed when we sand. Glad to hear that you're nice and well rested. Yes, me too. It would be cool to see a stream board in a ghost chest. A stream board in a ghost chest? What do you mean, my friend? Like Stream Deck. Oh, what do you mean, like, actually have like a little bezel for it? Maybe a project for the future. Got too much to do at the moment. Just gonna try and take off a bit of this bulk here. It's quite a hard angle to get to because it's like the thickest part to go through. So let's just... Yeah, I'd quite like a sturdier stand for it for sure. Like it needs something else, but I don't know what. Don't know what I could do with it. I'm in the process of designing my own buttons, so I've got like half of them done at the moment. So they match my aesthetic on screen. It's entirely pointless because no one will ever see it but me. But you know, they'll look good when they're all done. I don't think I'll do too much more carving wise. I think I'll leave it to the sander. Come on, get through that. Oh, the blade's blunting. That'll do. Okay. So, I think we'll just add on some little details and then we're not too far away from having the lid complete. So let me give my workspace a little bit of a tidy up because we're in a bit of a mess at the moment. Whoops. Okay. Just pulled the blade right out the back of the handle. It's not what we want. Okay. Haven't put them on Twitter yet, but going to be surprised by sending you a message with the frames. Wicked, man. Yeah, I'll take a look in a moment. By the way, can I ask, where'd you buy your phone that you're using? I've been thinking of some projects, but I don't even know. It's something from Cereals. I buy my phone from Polyprops. Polyprops Limited. Sorry, I can't type. Up. There we are. Yeah, that's where I normally get my foam. Also my foam paint sealer. This stuff's really good. I think they dispatch worldwide. Obviously you have to look into kind of where you are and what you can get hold of. But that is who I would go through normally. Let me just do a quick tidy up here, because we've kind of got stuff everywhere. Skip. Aquatic ambience, good choice. Okay. No worries, man. No worries at all. Okay. So, time to have a look at some of the finer details. Obviously, we've got a lot of sanding to do. We are far from finished. But now we're at a stage where kind of main construction is complete. We've got an element that's going to fit onto the front that we've still got to produce, an element that's going to fit onto the back. We've got some fake hinges to make, or they may end up being real hinges, I haven't decided. But generally, construction is going good. What we can do, just take a little bit of sandpaper. I'm just going to go over some of these seams, just to level things out a little bit. Actually, using this sandpaper, it wouldn't take long to hand sand all these edges. It wouldn't be too difficult at all. I don't want to spend too much time. But we'll just smooth off a bit, give you an idea of how it's gonna look. It's gonna work one way. If I work backwards, it may peel up some of the layers, because we've got 3 layers of 10mm foam going on. That section I can get away with going both directions. sanding ASMR, why not? That's been good. Yeah, I think the belt sander will definitely help just to take off any really bulky bits, but generally that's smoothing off really quickly. What I could really do with it, if you want to get some nice kind of solid angles, get a sanding block. So I've actually got one here. I have something you can actually fit your sandpaper around that gives you a solid shape, because then it's not going to bend as much. It's not going to just form around your hand or around the shape of the foam. It's actually going to be backed up with something. So going over the top of this, it's actually going to give us a stronger shape. So it's actually going to be a flat surface instead of a curved one. The seams seem to be holding up very well. So I can be a little bit more firm. Sorry about the wobbly camera. Sanding with one end I do not enjoy. I can tell you that now. It's one thing that I will always put off. It's kind of maybe one reason why this job has taken a while, because I know that when I'm done with the construction I have a lot of sanding to face. But it's looking good. Now that's shaping up really nicely. Sanding feels endless, but the feel once done is amazing. Yeah, I could always spend more time on my sanding. It's one area that I will kind of fall down on because it's boring as hell. I will always do less sanding than I could probably use for doing. Yeah, I just don't like it. Right, I'm not going to spend too much more time sanding today. I will do it off stream. I just kind of want to get one little bit of this done, or at least most of the way. My wife just got home. What are you watching? Explain to her. Oh my god, the sequel. Oh, thank you very much. Hello, Lugnut wife. How you doing? Hope you are well. Should I call Mrs. Lugnut? Mrs. Nut? Lots of sanding. Mrs. Nut. There we go. I think that's looking really good. Cool. There's still a lot of work to do. Like this area around here is very kind of messy right now, but that's actually very quickly altered the shape of that section. So I'm fairly confident that this section is all going to work. Everything, when it's reduced down, is going to look good. So I'm not going to dwell on those bits for too long. Sorry about the noise. Let me just mute mic a minute while I back.
I feel fantastic and I'm still alive. And when you're dead, I will be still alive.
There we go. Right. What I'm going to do is do a quick reset. So might be time to grab a drink. I'm going to hoover this section. You can't see it on the camera, but there's a big long mess. And you still can't see it on the camera. There you go. Is that? It doesn't look too much on camera, but it's worse IRL. But give me a minute to tidy up. Then we'll come back and we're just going to work on some details for the lid. We're going to get the gem done on the top. I think we've got a gem on the top, 2 gems on the side here, 2 gems on the little flourishes on these side pieces here. So 1, 2. We've got a nut to go on here, or a bolt. We've got 2 bolts to go here. And then, yeah, there's something going on here, if I'm not mistaken. I might be mistaken. But give me 3 minutes. I'm going to go grab a drink, grab the hoover and tidy up. And then we'll be back at it. And what's the time? We've got about another hour left in us. So let's get some detailing done. But until then, guys, grab yourself a drink and we'll be right back. Alrighty. Let's find some different tunes. I think we've had enough of a 8-bit big band for a little bit. What should we go for? I think we might go back to Family Jewels, you know. I was enjoying it. Skippity skip. Let's go to something else. We're back. Thank you for your patience. No more kicking over the coke now, it's open. Right. So, thank you, Sharon. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with how this is actually shaping up. You can see on this side, this is the area that we've just spent a little bit of time sanding. You see the rest of it's really, really rough. And that one, it's just nice and smooth. Apart from down here, like that needs a bit more work. But I think we can take this back a lot more than we have. Like that is just the bare bones of what we could actually skim down. So I think we're going to get right in there. Guilty Gear music. Castlevania. It does sound a bit Guilty Gear though, you are correct. Unless it's a crossover. Right. What are we going to do? Let's find some images. So let's have a look. First thing. Let's start off really simple. Really, really simple. We're going to start with some nuts and bolts. So we're going to go in here, or rather there, and we're just going to use some of our offcuts. So we've got these little pieces that we made before. How's the view there? Not fab. That's about as much as I can give you. So what we're going to do is straighten off this little piece here, and go about 2 centimeters across, roughly. Through there, and this is when I will swap out this scalpel blade. I haven't changed it all session, so let's retire this one. Farewell. Put it in there. That's a 10. Where are my 26s? So these are the types of blades that we're using, guys. It's a Swan Morton surgical blades, number 26. These fit on a number 4 blade handle. Now, individually packaged scalpel blades. So what we're going to do, take these little squares, put them on the ends. I'm just going to cut directly down through and down through again to create a little prism, little triangle pyramid, and then we're going to come down from the center out towards the edge, and the same again on the other side. I'm just going to take off some of these edges. Very simple, but these will act as our kind of nuts and bolts, or I don't know what they would be. They're not nuts. They'd be pins essentially. They just get, I suppose they'd be big nails, wouldn't they? But they've got the prism, the pyramid top, and then a little bit of thickness just to the edge of them, so they don't just disappear. That blade looks sharp as fuck. It is, yeah. I wouldn't want to catch myself. Well, I have done before. Many times I've caught myself. But yeah, the moment they come out of the packaging, like, that's when they're super dangerous. And yeah, it just sinks through the foam, like, very little pressure. Just straight through. it's effortless, and that's how it should be for this kind of stuff. You don't want to be working with blades that are kind of catching in your foam and making a rough cut. Like all the way around this this exterior piece here, I was working with a blunter blade, but it's all I had for like cutting something that size, so I just had to make do. And I know I'm going to be sanding anyway, but these elements, I don't want to sand them all individually. They are cut and they are stuck on, and that is it. There's no other work that goes into these little elements. So a nice sharp blade, get them done in one go, like nice and simple. They cut you just by looking at them. Yeah, probably would. So, those two little ones, grab our glue. Grab a little bit of contact adhesive. Normally I'd stick these on with super glue, but I think we'll go with this today. I think it's fine. But yeah, we're just going to stick them on a little bit back from that line. And the one on the other side. Down. Close that up because we don't want to be huffing in the glue. And we'll just give those like 20 or so seconds. It's very thin layer of glue this time, so it's not going to take a long time. One thing I'm considering is maybe not making the gem for the top just now. I might get the belt sander and level off this bit a little bit more because I think it's a little bit high. So yeah, we may just take the belt sanders to it and just smooth that section down. I might make the gem, but I'm not going to stick it on because it's a super simple decoration to make. It's literally going to be a bit of 5mm foam, a bit of 2mm, and then the gem will be a bit of 10mm, I think. So let's have a little look at my box of scraps. That is good for the bottom piece. That is good for the top. I don't have any 2mm in there, so we'll grab a fresh bit of 2mm in a second. And this one is ready to stick on, so let's put that there. And the other one, I just want to check the angle on my reference. Roughly the same. That one goes there. There you go, very simple. But what we can do, because you see we've got these little kind of gluey bits around the edges, we don't want those. But when we've got everything attached, we're going to go round. I mean, you could do this with a little bit of sandpaper. So say if I took just the corner off this here, I could go in around the edge of what I just stuck and sand back that glue. However, if you don't want to sand, you could go in with a bit of isopropyl alcohol and like a cotton bud or a bit of fabric, and that will help lift that will help lift any contact adhesive away from the surface with a little bit of elbow grease. Like so. Same goes for the low density stuff. You can just a little bit of sanding and it'll pull that away. You can see there's still a little bit left, but we can get that without too much issue. I'll just give those a quick clean up now, because may as well do it while I've got a moment. Spin that round. I really don't need to go up there yet. Let's come back down to where we need to be. I think that's looking good. Once we heat gun this as well, any little kind of fluffy sanded bits will disappear. Like the heat gun will kind of seal everything back up. So make sure you do that. If you're ever working with foam, make sure you do have a heat gun. Give all your foam work a quick blast. It'll make your painting process a lot easier as well. I think that's looking good. We will have a session where we just kind of sit and go around any excess gluey parts that we don't want and just make sure we work them back as much as we can. We obviously will be painting all of this, but any kind of additional texture, we just want to remove it if possible. Okay. So yeah, let's have a look. We do have to do more of these nuts as well. We need to do 2 for the back and then 2 for the sides, and then we've got 4 gems to do. 5 gems in total. 2 on each side, 1 on the top. But let's have a look at this top gem. So I know that it's a circle piece that's going to be on the top. That's a pretty good size. We're just going to take this. So whenever I need to draw around anything or need to make a circle, I will just find something that is about the right size. Freehanding, not my thing, really. For circles, I will always kind of mess them up. I know there is a tool that I really want to get, and it's basically like the iris of the Stargate from Stargate. And it seals shut and it opens like when you twist it, so like it widens and closes. I really need to get one. But the proper one, the fancy one, is very expensive. So I can't afford to just yet, but maybe in the future I'll get it. It's a really cool looking tool. Captain Rombeard, hello there. How you doing? Thank you. How are you today? How was the rest of your painting yesterday? Thanks very much for joining us today. I appreciate you coming in. I suppose I could show you a little bit of what I do. And for anyone else who's new, welcome. I'll give myself a little introduction. I am Joby1UK. You can call me Joby. I am a professional fabricator and I make a load of CFU stuff. So I do cosplay. I work full-time in prosthetics. So I make lifelike looking limbs for people who have lost theirs. I've also worked in the film industry and a bit in the video game industry on the promotional side. So I know my stuff. And for the past year or so I've been making a load of CFEs related items, and that's what you're seeing right here. Everything is handmade from scratch. There are no pre-existing templates or patterns. I design everything from reference and then make it by hand live. And today we're making a Athena chest, the chest of legends. He's a true Imagineer. I don't imagine the things, I just make them. Design is not my strong suit. Like I wouldn't be able to design a new chest to save my life, but I can make one that someone's designed for sure. So at the moment, I'm just cutting out a little circle. This is going to be the base for our gem as it fits on top. And you can kind of see there, or you may be able to, we've got a little gap. Okay, so I don't want that gap to be there. So I think that's why I want to sand down the top of this, just to drop it a little bit so we get a nice flat section that we can attach this to without having to bend it. That's some really nice looking stuff. Well, good for you there, Johnny. Thank you very much. It's what I do. Is yeah, I've had a lot of practice. I've been cosplaying for like 13, 14 years. But yeah, I've been lucky enough to have some really cool jobs off the back of cosplay. So it's always worth being a nerd. It really is. Right. So I need to make the gem piece, which is going to go inside this. And that looks to be a very good size. Just drawing all over my little Wacom pen holder, which isn't ideal, but you know, it comes off. It's fine. There we go. But yeah, literally, anything that I can get my hands on that is the right size for a circle that I need to draw around, I will draw around it. So that's why I need to get that little Stargate tool. So guys, if you are into your Dungeons and Dragons, and also Sea of Thieves, do check out Captain Rombeard. He was making some miniatures. Did I miss the stream? Oh, no, you did not. No, you love these. I wish my crafts were this good. Aching Mars, welcome. Thanks for joining us. Just keep practicing. Keep practicing. Like, that is all it takes. I've had a lot of years. I'm an old man. I have experience, and I've just worked. So yeah, don't ever think that something that is cool is unachievable for yourself, because it totally is. You're not. I'm older than some. I'm older than some. But yeah, don't ever. Well, I mean, you can wish that your crafts are as good. I'm sure they definitely have their own merits, but like, you can always better yourself and improve. So yeah, thank you very much for joining us. And yeah, if you want to learn more about kind of how I do things, this is exactly the place to be. I kind of know what I'm talking about most of the time. Like I've got the experience. I've developed all of my skills myself. Like, I'm not very good from kind of learning from tutorials and things like that. So when it comes to cosplay, it's just a case of experimenting and trying new things out. And I do that on my own time, in my own way. And yeah, pretty much all of my processes are the way I've kind of discovered them myself. So while it may not be the way that some people do it, it's the way that I do it, and it works. And my way has gotten me into the film industry, into the gaming industry. Granted, it's not getting me a super long way streaming so far, but, you know, we're getting there, we're working up to it. Thanks for the shout. We've got all those demons base painted. Going to be doing the details off stream later. Nice. Well done. But yeah, I'm glad I saw your name pop up because yeah, when you popped up in the Sea of Thieves Thunder games, you captured me. You were like, hey, I make low quality content. Come follow me, and I was like, yeah, sure, I'll check that out. And like, it's not low quality content at all, mate. You're doing good. Like, you got a good aesthetic in your stream. I like it. Don't ever sell yourself short. You look like you're early to mid-30s. You are correct. Yeah, bang on. I'm 32. I enjoyed watching the mini painting. I did too, for the amount that I got to watch. He's the real Iron Man. Yeah. Tony Stark. Whoa. Danger knife. Tony Stark built his Iron Man suit in a cave with a bunch of scraps. I build all my cosplay stuff in my bedroom with a bunch of foam. I am Foam Man. Yeah, it has slightly less of an intimidating ring to it, doesn't it? Right, what I'm doing, you can see just down here, we're just doing some layering up. So we've got our base, we've drawn around that. This is the piece that we're going to use for our gem. And then we're building up on this extra 2mm piece of foam. So what I'm going to do here is draw around the gem. And then we'll cut both of these out. Now I'll keep it fairly loose because I know I'm going to have to sand these down. Okay, I'm going to head off for a bit. Take care, Joe and chat. No worries, Zoggy. Thank you very much for coming in. Appreciate you being in, as always. Shit, I'm 5 years older than you, so you're not old. It's fine. There's I know, like, age doesn't really matter at all. Like, the only reason, like, the only difference is the experience we have, like, in the amount of time that we've lived. So yeah, I've had very nearly 15 years experience with cosplay. Hey, I had to shoot my shot, you know, anyway. And yeah, you totally do. Anyway, looking really cool. I'll definitely be stopping again in the future, but got to do some work around the house. That's why I ain't streaming today, unfortunately, but have a good one. Thank you very much, Ron. Thank you very much for coming in. I appreciate you taking a little bit of time out of your day to come spend some time with us. But yeah, you're always welcome. We'll see you real soon. Have a good day and get your jobs done. Okay, so I'm just going to put these to the side for a minute. These are going to go on top of here, and the gem's going to go in there. But we need to shape this gem. I said it's a gem, it's a puck currently. So let's just put things to the side. Flip the chest slightly out the way. And this is a fairly sharp blade, so it should be fine. Let's just start off taking off about a 45-degree angle, just rotating around, nice and controlled. I'm just going to chisel away at those edges, round it off a little bit. And push what I don't need to the side. And then I think we will swap out this blade, because whenever you get into carving with foam, like, your blades just do not last. They just burn through, so we're going to swap out fresh blade, and we'll do this last little bit of beveling. So it's not the most perfect angle. Oh, that's a bit tight. Ah, come on, camera. Help me out here. There we go. Sorry. Why are you stuck? There we are. My apologies. There we go. So all I'm going to do is just, from the very top edge, blade nice and still, and just rotating this little bit of foam just to give it that top angle. So quite simply, it's just rounding off the top of that. Now we can go in with a bit of sandpaper as well. Take off some of the harder edges. I think that's good. We will blast this with the heat gun once it's all together. But I don't think that needs to be much more round than it is. It's just going to fit on the top of that chest. So, what we'll do, grab our components, 3 pieces that are going to come together to make this little gem. He's the guy behind the Disney adverts. I'm not, unfortunately, but maybe one day, you never know. That could be the direction things go. I've done a little bit of networking, and I do have a contact that is one of the person who is one of the Imagineers, well, not the Imagineers, one of the kind of working team that put together stuff like Galaxy's Edge. So, you know, if I keep working and progressing, that may be where I end up at some point in life. Don't know why I flipped that, it's unnecessary. Just going to go around here very gently. Little tiny bits of blue. And we'll give that about 30 seconds to dry. Seal up the glue. So this gem is going to fit here, but before we actually attach it, we need to sand down this top section. So I'm going to do that with the belt sander. It's not going to be something that I do by hand. I want to be able to just whittle it down very quickly. And we're going to do the same with these edges. You can see that this one is a little bit smoother. We've hand sanded there, but we need to reduce a lot more bulk. It's kind of curved at the moment. That's not a very good idea of what's going on. It's kind of like that. Like that. We need it to be straight. That's a really bad idea of what's going on, but that is what's happening. Right, let's get this attached. I'm just going to trim down this outer edge. And then a little bit of sanding, I think. Very quick whip around the outer edge just to unify these two components, and then just buffing off that top line of the 2mm foam just to round it off slightly. And that will be our gem for the top section. It's very, very simple, but that is all we need it to do. So that's just going to fit there. But we need to just reduce the peak on the foam here, because if we just lay that on, we've got a gap underneath here. Like, we can actually fit the blade underneath. We can fit it under there, like so. It's at least as thick as that handle. We need to drop it down by a couple of mil. And then I'll be happy to attach that. But yeah, I think that is a nice smooth shape. It needs a good heat gun. Remember, this is high density foam. Once you've sanded it, it's a good idea to heat gun everything just to help kind of reduce that kind of fluffiness that you get from sanding. But yeah, that's going to go on there. I think that looks nice. I may even take off more of this top edge just to kind of tuck it in on itself more, because it's kind of a bit outwards in places. Let's have a little look. Fresh blade. That one is awful. Like, it didn't even sink into the foam, it just rubbed up against it. See, these are the types of sessions that we would normally have. So I know for the past month or so we haven't had a big session like this, but this is what we would normally do. Carnage, welcome back. But yeah, this is kind of the scale of the builds that you can expect. So like 4 hours plus, and we'll be looking into every single aspect. So like, you're not going to miss anything. If you go away one session, you kind of miss the next one. Like, we'll still be working on things. I don't skip anything out. So if now I've covered making these little rivets, I don't necessarily have to do those on the stream again, because you've kind of seen how they're done once. But like, all the VODs I will try and save. But yeah, this kind of stream length is what we will aim for every Friday. Hopefully we'll be able to keep up with that. Swamp, thank you very much. Too kind. I saw Rob has hit 60k followers now. Nuts. Like, he only just hit 50k like last month. So this guy, there's a chap we know, guys. Swamp Gator knows him as well. He's part of his community. There's a chap in the Seabees community called Rob Raven, and he is a very popular streamer right now. He cosplays as Jack Sparrow, and he also does other very good impressions. But yeah, that's kind of his shtick while he streams, and he is just blowing up right now. Rob's a bloody legend. He is. It's crazy. Like, I wish I had that level of success, but you know, if I can, I don't have any cannons. Can't. Jesus, man. Thank you very much for the 1,000 bits, you legend. Nutcase, what are you doing? You watch it, because you've given very generously over the last few days anyway, so please. Thank you. See, merchant. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. And guys, if you do feel like it, anything that gets kind of spent within the channel will ultimately come back to the channel. Whenever I get a payout, anything that I have just goes straight back into cosplay materials, buying new tools and upgrades for the stream. And the next thing we're saving for is a new cosplay. So we're going to be doing a Samus Aran cosplay for Metroid, Metroid Dread to be precise. We've just got to choose which version we're doing. And I'm hoping to do that before October. But it's going to depend how things go. Hopefully I can do it for October. It's going to be a busy build up to that point, but we'll see. SAT come. Thank you, man. I really appreciate you, Carnage. Thank you very much. Right, I'm just going to add in some little details because this thing is looking a bit too pristine at the moment. So what I'm going to do is bring up my reference. Come down here. I do need to find a way to link this with my commands that is free. I don't want to pay for another program. That's the only solution I found so far. If I want to be able to link camera commands with my redeems, I've got to pay for a mobile app. Not a fan of this track. This is Fall Guys. I haven't played Fall Guys for ages. So what I'm doing is just working in some little tiny details. Just chopping off some of the edges that we have here. So nothing looks clean. Because in Sea of Thieves, everything has kind of been passed around the seas many, many times. So we've got nicks and scratches and dents. And all of that stuff needs to come through when you make a Sea of Thieves prop. And that's kind of one element that 3D printers miss out sometimes. They may get some of the detail in, but nothing is going to measure up to a handcrafted prop. Just for the sheer amount of little touches like this, like little tiny wafer thin bits of foam are coming off here, but like that will make all the difference to the final build. Aching, I do, but I don't use it. I haven't used it for about 13 years, so unfortunately there's nothing on there like entire builds. I would like to do it, but at the moment, like, streamers have teams. I don't have a team. I have myself. I work full time, and when I'm not working, I'm doing this kind of stuff. So I don't have the time to manage a YouTube channel as well. And yeah, just when it would come to, yeah, I just don't have the time to do that on top of everything else. I'd like to, and maybe eventually down the road, I would be able to get some tutorials up there. But for now, Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, they're the ones I can just about manage, and I manage them badly. So yeah, YouTube, stay tuned. But I am on YouTube. It's just really old stuff and not relevant to what I'm doing here at all. Social medias are a lot of work, yeah. If I had a team, like if I had a group of people who were like willing to get behind me and give me their time, then I would, yeah, I'd happily kind of look into it. But at the moment, I don't have the funds to like give people money for their time or anything like that, so I wouldn't be able to ask people to do it. That's a little jam, that tune. I like it. Makes me want to play Fall Guys again. Alrighty, let's have a little look. I want to take a little nick out of this. It's not on the design, but I want to do it. Cringe, you're down. We'll do it willingly, mate. It would be a lot. It would be a lot to undertake. I mean, if you think about these streams, if you think about a project such as this Athena chest, I don't know if the VODs are still active for this, the beginning of this project. Thinking of today, we have 4 hours worth of footage. Not all of that is usable. There'll be a lot to get through and a lot to filter through. So, like, maybe when I have a workshop and things are a bit more kind of settled, but like I won't have a workshop until I have a house. So if someone wants to buy me a house, then I can have a workshop, and then I'll be able to do YouTube videos, because then I can just have a permanent setup where I don't have to worry about packing things down after and setting up for every stream. Yeah, it's just a lot. Yeah, I won't rule it out for the future, but at the moment I just can't do YouTube as well. But yeah, if you think about all the big streamers that you see, they will all have teams of people who do their stuff, and like, yeah, I don't have that. It's just me. I don't even know if I've got any mods in here today. Like, we may have Chibi Corrupt lurking away. She is the master lurker. But I don't even know if I've got any mods in today. Hello mods, if you're in. Right. Let's come down here. So yeah, I definitely want to take off some of this here. It's just a bit too kind of wonky. I just want to kind of skim the top off. It's not going to be a lot. It just needs to be a bit. Just level it out, and then we can add that onto the top. What else can we do? Oh, we need to put some bolts on the back. And I'm going to bring up a different reference image. So my reference images, guys, you can see them cycling through. Ah, I've done it the wrong shape. Bum. Okay. That's no good. It's not a circle. It's... I didn't look at the reference properly. I only looked at it from one angle. It's an oval. Poopy. Poopy. All that time. All that time wasted. Never mind. It's not a waste. That's why we pay attention to reference, kids. What are the shapes on the sides? Let's have a look at those. I think they're circles. Oh, we need more bolts on here, but we can't do those yet. Ooh! Oh no, where did I throw it? Ow, bucket. Why did I throw it away? There it is. Got it. It's okay. Guess what size? Guess what shape the ones are on the side? They're circles, and they're exactly what I need. So yeah, we got it. Yeet. Right, so we got to duplicate that. We got to make another one. And I can make them a little bit more rugged. Then I made this one. This is very clean, actually. So I don't know if I actually want it. I don't know if I want it. Everything else is quite rustic. And it's, yeah, the ones that are on the side, although I made this one nice and clean because I thought the one on top looked clean. Although I didn't see it from every angle, which is my mistake. The ones on the side, much more angular. So you know what? We aren't going to use that. We are going to yeet it. But that just means we got to make 3 more gems of that kind of look. Never throw things away, kids. Well, we don't need it. We don't need it. I'm sure we'll figure something out. But maybe... Okay, we've seen me make one of those anyway, so maybe I won't make another one now. Seeming that I need to make 3. I don't know, what shall I do? Shall I make another one? So the one that we actually need on the top, while it is going to be roughly the same size... Maybe thinking about that, I think. It's more that shape. Maybe a little bit of a flare at the sides. Let's cut that one out. Bye, Gem. It may come back into use at some point, but not for this. I've got so much stuff going on. Like, you should... I mean, I say you should see my background. I can show you my background. Look at the heckin' bed. We've got all the foam, we've got the dark relics, we've got the lid and the bottom of the chest, we've got all the paints that I was using yesterday. What a bloody state. This camera is really getting on my tips as well. There we go. Is that the bed? It is a bed, yes. This is my bedroom, guys. This is not a workshop. This is what I have to deal with. This is what I've made all of my projects in. I don't have a dedicated workspace. This is just my bedroom. I'm currently working on top of my bedroom dresser. I don't even have a desk. So it just goes to show, you don't need a fancy workshop or even a table to make cool cosplay stuff. You can do it in your bedroom, on top of your bedroom dresser, with a bit of MDF board as your tabletop. Because that's what I'm doing. Someone please buy me a house. It would only cost you £250,000, and I'll be really grateful. Kraken looking glass. Yeah, it's the evil eye. Okay. Obviously this one still needs some tidying up and then priming, and then it's going to be ready to paint. But we'll do that probably next week. Okay. Let's go again, shall we? Let's make this top gem, because we've definitely not made one before. Also, the bang on. Also the bang on me, also legend. What do you mean, Cranage? Come again. Sorry. It may just be me failing to comprehend what you're saying. We have a 4 computer setup, or we have 4 computers set up in our living room. Since I'm in an 860 square foot apartment. God. I have a lounge and a kitchen, which is next door, like they are one room. And then we have the bedroom, and then we have the bathroom, and that's it. Oh, you tossed a gem. I said the mission last guy. Oh, okay. Sorry, I missed that. Sorry. Right, I'm just gonna draw a line on the inside of this. And that's going to be the size of our gem this time around. Okay. So same story. We got our base, we got our gem. We need to reduce this down a little bit. It's a little bit too chunky right now, so let's come on the inside of that white line. Oh, sorry, I'm off camera. We're back. Gotta go do some housework and stuff. Gonna hit like mode. No worries, Sharon. Thank you very much. Appreciate the lurk. I'm just going to take off these edges again. So frustrating that I can't use that other one. I should have checked on my reference. Remember to check your reference, kids. I looked at one image, I didn't look at the other one. So I saw a round shape. And I assumed it was a circle. I was wrong. So we do need some more 2mm foam. Save the other gem, you might need it for another project. I don't know what I will need it for. I mean, it's not too difficult to make. I could just store it somewhere, but like, if I needed another one, I could just make one. Yeah, and I can't just modify it for this. Unfortunately, it's no good. But never mind. I should have paid more attention. It would have saved me a couple minutes. Top gem done. So we just need that little extra layer. I think it's necessary. I think it's worth doing. So let's get another bit of 2mm foam, which I think is still attached to the big roll. yeah, we need to make that. And the emblem on the back as well. So we have still got a fair bit to do. So I needed to redo it. Any chance you'd be doing one in the future too, or Pirate Legend hat? There are chances that I will make anything within Sea of Thieves. But as far as like large scale commission goes, I can only really work within the UK or Europe at a push, because shipping on something like this is mental. And I don't even want to think about what it would cost for import costs. So unfortunately I have to avoid big overseas orders, but little stuff I can do. But Carly, thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate you. Hope you're having a good day today. Thank you very much for dropping in. I've got to say, guys, I really appreciate everyone who's been in today. Numbers have been really good. I know I shouldn't look at the numbers, but for one of my streams, like this has been good. So thank you very much for being here. I appreciate it, even if you're just lurking in the background. I very much appreciate you being here. Okay, so that is going to go on there. That looks lovely, beautiful. Time to move to the UK temporarily when you open back up. Yeah, I mean, the only point of reference that I have really for this kind of stuff is Choc Muju. If you're familiar with the Sea of Thieves makers community, Choc is quite a prevalent member, and she makes model ships. She decorates model ships, and she sent a galleon to Rare, and it was about the length of this chest, maybe a little bit smaller, like height wise. I think it was 2 foot by 1 foot box. so obviously I'll be quite a bit bigger than that. It costs her $800 to send it. So yeah, I can't do commissions overseas. It's going to be a massive problem for the person that's buying it. It just won't work. So yeah, unfortunately, other than small scale items, I have coins, I have wild rose pendants, I have a little bit of digital art here and there. Like I can't do more than that outside of the UK or Europe. It is a pretty penny, but very fortunately and generously, the Sea of Fuse community banded together and funded that postage within like hours. Maybe not even that. Like Choc was literally sat in the car park of the postal office, and then the community came together. Like before she left the post office, she had enough money to get that sent. So yeah, good old Sea of Fuse community. Well done, you. Right, ladies and gents, I think we're going to have to wrap. I think that is all I've got in me for today. So, should we give you a quick overview of kind of what we've actually made? To very dramatic music. This is our Chest of Legends as it stands right now. Rotate, please. Okay. That's too much. Stupid camera. That'll do. And there he is. What a beauty. What a beauty. It's getting there. It's really getting there. So we've still got a lot to do. You can kind of see the scale of this thing. It is big. It is a big boy. It is measuring up almost 60 centimeters across. Quite high as well. It is pretty big. What loot? Must have loot. Aim scans for Legend for Athena. Yeah. Well, this one, guys, when it is done and it goes to my customer, you will be able to see it. So it's not just going to vanish off the face of the earth. You will be able to kind of see it in action. And that's only going to be a matter of weeks now. Like we've done the bulk of the work. Like now we're onto the case where we're sanding, we're adding these little details, like tiny little things like the bolts, the gems. It's really going to come together now in the next week and a half to 2 weeks. It's really going to take its final form. And I'm really looking forward to it. So over the course of this weekend, I'm going to be sanding down all of these areas that we've built up just to get those ready. We'll start knocking in little details so they can get nicks and scratches into all the metal work. We've got to get gems in each of these little sections here. We've got to put handles on the side. I may do those over the course of the weekend if I get time. And then next week we'll try and make the skull gem that's going to go on the front of the chest here. So it's going to be a big metal plate and then a big skull gem that's going to be really cool looking and green. Thank you guys. Appreciate you a lot. But yeah, that's what we've been doing. It does look good. I'm really happy with how it's turning out, and I'm sure my customer will be too. They've been very patient, and I appreciate their patience a lot. There's nothing worse than having a customer who is very demanding, and this customer is not. They are sticking with me. They know I've got kind of life things going on right now, as everybody does, but they are waiting. They're ready and waiting for this thing to turn up. We've got a fair bit to do still, but we are getting there. So I think the only thing that I really want to do with this bottom section, sand back a little bit here, build up a little bit here. We can see when it goes to like a side view, you can see it kind of kicks out a little bit. So I want to make sure we get that. Then we need to add the feet. So it's actually going to be taller than it is now. It's going to be about that tall. And I hope I've worked this out right. If I haven't, I'm going to be a little bit gutted, because it does look very tall by itself right now. So I'm going to have a look, see what height it's measuring at that. Oh, that's the wrong way. Okay, yeah, we're not far off. I think we're maybe a little bit taller. Oh no, we could be okay, hang on. 45. We're like maybe 2 centimeters taller. But that could be down to these peaks up here. So we could actually reduce those a little bit. Not by 2 centimeters, but by a bit. Alright. DM me later if you need a third or a fourth. Will do, man. Thank you very much for the offer. But yeah, should we raid someone? Who should we go to? Any suggestions? We are making a Sea of Thieves item today, so we could go over to Sea of Thieves if we feel inclined. Or we could stick within Makes and Crafting. Let's have a look and see who is available. But yeah, thank you very much, guys. I appreciate you spending the time with me today. I have absolutely adored having you in. Again, your generosity and your kind words know no bounds. Tucks in the car on the way to the customer's house. Mr. Rob Raven is active. Bidageddon is active. Oh, who's on? Let's see who's on the Sea of Thieves channel. Sandromeda. Oh, I know that name. Ladies and gents, I'm going to send you to the Sea of Thieves channel because I can. Oh, hang on. No, they just raided Sandromeda. Okay, so we missed the Sea of Thieves channel. Any suggestions, guys? Any idea? Should we go over to Sandromeda anyway? Alternatively, sure. I will just have a look in my Makes and Crafting avenue. To venue. Oh, Paul Paper's online. Tell you what, guys, we'll stick with Makers and Crafting just for those guys who are here for that. We're going to go over to Paul Pape. He's a very talented man. So, let me just... I should really set a command up for this. Cool. Yeah, Paul is very, very good at what he does. I will stick around for a little while, but then I've got to shoot, get some food, tidy up, and all that jazz. But guys, thank you very, very much for today. There we are. Thank you very much for today. I really appreciate having you in. Once again, thank you for the follows. We are very close. We are 18 away from 800 goal. Maybe I should put it as a little kind of target for what we actually want to get in. And when we get there, we're going to do that giveaway for that ship plaque. I will be continuing this over the course of the weekend. Carnage, thank you very much for the 50 bits. You're a star. Aching Mars, thank you for being here. Imaginary, welcome. Lugner, thanks for coming in today. I appreciate you being in the chat. But yeah, guys, I'm going to continue this over the weekend. I'm also going to work more on the Dark Relics. So next week, when we come back, we will have cleaned up everything around the Athena chest, added a few more details here and there, and then we're going to look into building this detail on the front. Quick, no, don't do that again. Not again. Guys, thank you for your time. I appreciate all of you. If you've missed the stream today, do watch the VOD. If you want to see more of everything going on, then hit that follow button and join me next time. Now have a good evening. Take care of yourselves. I love you. Bye-bye.